Good morning and welcome to Morning at NTV. My name is Idris Matu and this is Everyday Life. Now today in studio I have two very interesting guests who are here to answer one of the burning questions that Ugandans have had on their mind for some time now. Mr. Matthias Seviranda.
Yes.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Viewers on NTV television, we're glad to once again be here, hosted at NTV. My name is Matthias Seviranda, and I'm the project manager at Sadolin Paints.
Well,
yep.
We hope to hear more from you. And Mr. Felix?
Yes, thank you so much for inviting us and for having us today. My name is Felix Adupa Onwech. I am the Public Relations Manager, Sadolin, Uganda.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Now, starting off the questions, because we have so many.
Definitely.
So many. I'll start with you, Mr. Mattia. Now, there has been a lot that has been said and heard about the Sadolin brand.
Yeah.
And earlier we had communication that there was a rebrand or a change of name. And we really didn't know what was really happening.
Yeah.
Please, tell us what really happened.
Well, yeah, it's true that there is a lot that has been going on in the market, especially about the Sadolin brand. And I think it's very important that our viewers and our customers understand the truth of the matter, who is Sadolin, and this would actually take us to giving them an insight. Sadolin is owned by AkzoNobel. AkzoNobel is a global coating company. It's actually the leading global coating company in the whole world, and it's the owner of the Sadolin brand. So by an agreement or a license, AkzoNobel gives a licensee authority to go ahead and manufacture their product. And in this case, we are talking about the Sadolin Paint product or brand in East Africa. So unfortunately, that the previous licensee sold off their business, and the person that bought off their business happens to be a competitor. And they breached the contract by launching a competitor product other than continuing with the previous license that was issued to them. So at this point, AkzoNobel had to come in and interject to rescue the situation and protect the brand, and be able to make sure that the brand is still available to the customers, to its loyal market. So the brand is Sadolin. The brand has not migrated. The brand has not been acquired by those who claim to have acquired it. It is still operating as Sadolin. The owner of the brand is still AkzoNobel. So we are here to stay, and we are here again in a very, very big way. So we want to demystify the information that has been in the market, that we are rebranding. We are not rebranding. Actually, that's why we came up with something that has been moving in the market, saying that if it doesn't say Sadolin, then it is not Sadolin.
Okay, well, before we move on to that question, there's something that is interesting that you've mentioned, and I'd like to refer to Mr. Felix. So Sadolin cancels a contract with its only manufacturer. What did this mean for them? Or for you, for your brand?
My brother, this of course was a step. We had to take that step. Why did we do that? Our local manufacturer that was given licenses to manufacture and distribute the brand in East Africa bridges so many contracts. And there was no way we are going to sit down and look all this happening. When you look is that this was meant also for us to move fast in supplying, in manufacturing, in getting new partners, so that we can distribute our products in Ugandan market. When you look at our agreement with the previous partners, it was that they were supposed to manufacture and distribute the products, not only manufacturing and distribution of the products, but they were also supposed to promote the brand in East Africa. But our previous partners entered into a marriage with another partner. Now, these were two competitors. They could not promote the brand. So we said, okay, we need to terminate this agreement, because as far as we are concerned, you have already breached the several agreements. Number one, you're supposed to supply, distribute our brands, and you are not doing that. Instead, you are promoting you and your wife. So what do?
You become the old wife and the old bro.
Yes. So we said, okay, we need to move faster. And we had to get new partners.
Yeah.
So we got Rego Paints only for sales and distribution. And also AkzoNobel had to set up a new plant, a manufacturing plant. We are setting up a manufacturing plant worth 10 billion.
Oh, wow.
Uganda shilling.
Wow.
And this is a new technology, and is going to set standards and quality. Because AkzoNobel meets quality, global standards.
That
so when we are talking of global standard, we are not talking any quara thing, you know. We are talking something that meets international level, meets international standard. Because East African market, I think after we have been in Comesa, ESC is there. So any product that is coming out of East African community, then we need to meet international standards.
So, Mr. Felix, before you continue, you've mentioned that you came into a partnership with Rego Paints.
Yes.
For a day-to-day customer like me, when I hear Rego Paints, I might think maybe you've changed name or what. Does this mean Sadolin has never changed their name?
We have not changed our name, and we are not going to change. Sadolin is here to stay. Sadolin has not migrated to any company. Sadolin has not changed its name to any other name apart from the same Sadolin that we know. And we are telling our clients, our consumers, and Ugandans at large, if it is not Sadolin, if you go to the shop and you ask for Sadolin and you are not given Sadolin, just know that you are duped. You are not in a good deal. That deal is not a deal.
Well,
it is Sadolin. We have not migrated.
The tins paraded here. Viewers, if you have a close look at the tins, this is what you have to order for when you go into a shop.
Yes, if you don't get Sadolin, this you know that this is not what you want. And also, we have also changed on our packaging. Okay, the quality has improved. When we are talking of the AkzoNobel, it is a #1 paint and coating decoration company in the world. You know this.
Definitely.
And when you look at this, you find that AkzoNobel meets international standard. And that is what our previous manufacturer failed to meet. They were supposed to meet the global standard. It was going to cost them around $2 to $2.5 million to improve on the new technology.
Oh, well, now, since we have established that the Sadolin name has not changed, to every brand, there is a slogan, there is a tagline, and it's as important as the name. Now, before, it was Color Your World. Elaborate on the situation of the slogan. What is happening? Does that belong to Sadolin too?
Well, Color Your World was not a slogan that belongs to AkzoNobel. It's a slogan that was registered by our local manufacturer that was given a license. You know, once you have a franchise license, you can also have some privileges. So it was one of the privileges he had to register the Color Your World. But when you look at AkzoNobel, in all the continents where they are operating, you find that their slogan is, let's color. Okay, let's color our world.
Mr. Mattia.
Yes.
Slogan, let's color. Why let's color?
Well, thank you so much. One thing I would like to re-echo, everybody else may be knowing now that the brand Sadolin belongs to AkzoNobel. Now what happens is the slogan Color Your World was not registered by AkzoNobel. Therefore, it was registered by a local franchise. So they had every right after selling their local franchise to retain the Color Your World. Let's Color, you know, we deal in color. And like I said, AkzoNobel being a global coating company, the leading global coating company, we have footsteps in over 80 countries in the whole world. And it's privileged to say that we are now part of this global, global entity, and we are now part of all the global programs. So globally, AkzoNobel uses Let's Color as the tagline or the slogan. When you go to South Africa, it is Let's Color. When you go to Ghana, it is Let's Color. The whole of East Africa will be Let's Color. So we want to create that uniformity of the brand, of our mother brand, AkzoNobel, so that wherever we are a family. That's why we chose to go with the global slogan, Let's Color, so that we don't deviate from the global standards of AkzoNobel.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Mr. Felix.
Yes.
We have Let's Color, Sadolin. What should the Ugandan market and day-to-day customer expect now that Sadolin is back? We are seeing it on our table. The paint is good. Never went away.
Firstly, they should expect to find Sadolin with updated packaging, as we have demonstrated here. This is our update packaging. And not only that, they should expect quality, standard. As I told you, AkzoNobel meets global standard. The standard that they have not been enjoying, because our manufacturers, the people that were given licenses to manufacture and distribute, they could not meet that standard. They could not meet that quality. But now the brand is manufactured by AkzoNobel themselves. Not by any local manufacturer.
Not any kwara.
Not any other kwara thing. So this is what they should expect. Ugandans should expect the quality paint. When we are talking of quality, you will not go wrong with Sadolin.
And probably, could you tell the viewers how old the Sadolin brand is?
Sadolin has been for so many years, from 1907. That is when the Sadolin dream started. There was someone as a vision. And from 1907, Sadolin started expanding their territory. In 1987, it was by then that AkzoNobel took control of the Sadolin brand. And from that day up to today, Sadolin is coloring people's future.
That is more than 100 years.
We are coloring everywhere.
Quality paint.
Yes. So more than 100 years that Sadolin has been existing.
And you know, this is what I keep telling some of my friends, that with age, the longer a product is in the market, the better it gets. Now, talking about the quality, there was a recent publication that mentioned that there was lead in the paint. Mr. Mattia, what is your take on that?
Well, a research that was conducted a few years ago indicated that lead is a very, very dangerous chemical. And it is quite unfortunate that some paint companies up to today still use it in their paint. But the good news here is that AkzoNobel being the leading global coating company, we have a health and environmental policy that we adhere to. We adhere to values of integrity. And we have about 50 raw materials or chemicals that are barred by AkzoNobel from being used in paints. And these were discovered to be harmful both to human life and environment. Lead is one of them, chrome is one of them, and so many other. The list is endless, about 50 raw materials. It is unfortunate that some other paint companies still use it. But the Sadolin brand, associated or owned by AkzoNobel, we want to assure our consumers that our paint does not have any lead content. Our paint is, Sadolin has a product improvement plan that sees products being non-toxic and very environmental friendly and friendly to the human life. When you look at AkzoNobel today, we are actually taking a lead where we are trying to now use natural resources as raw materials to manufacture our product. To ensure that number one, the quality of the product matches the global standard, and number two, it is friendly to the environment, even through our disposal units, to make sure that we don't harm the environment and we don't harm the human life. So we are very, very glad to say that our paint does not have such content. It is very free and it is friendly to the human life.
Safety first.
Yeah, safety first.
Definitely. You heard it. Sadolin never went away. Sadolin has been here and it's back. When you go to your shops, make sure to look out for the Sadolin brand? Because if it's not Sadolin,
then it isn't Sadolin.
Well, any last few words before we go?
Yeah. Number one, I want to inform the Ugandans, and also I want to say thank you to all our customers. They have been supporting us all these years. For the 55 years that we have been in this country, they have been supporting the brand. We really want to say thank you. We don't take it lightly. We also want to tell our consumers and the Ugandan market at large that the brand that you have enjoyed for over 55 years is there, and expect it to expand its territory. Right now, you can get our brand in all our retail shops, all sales, all the countrywide, name it, hardwares, everywhere. You are going to get Sadolin and less color. And also, there's one thing I want to clarify. Let somebody not deceive you, because our competitors are doing an healthy competition, which is not good. It's going to lead misinformed members of the public. They have been telling our consumers, our clients, that we are putting Regal paints into Sadolin tin. It is not true. We are not putting Regal into Sadolin tin, because if we were doing so, why would we invest $3 million to set up a new plant? That is not true. It's a malicious lie. It's a propaganda. It's a retrogressive move to frustrate our effort in Uganda. It's a retrogressive move to misinform and destabilize the industry in this country. Well, so I want to say thank you for everybody that have supported us.
Definitely.
Sadolin, less color.
Less color.
If it doesn't say Sadolin, then
it's not Sadolin.
Not Sadolin.
Well, you had it. It's only Sadolin, not Regal paints, but Sadolin. When you go to your shops and you're shopping, look out for the Sadolin brand, less color. This has been Idris Matu. Good morning.